coming in. Appreciate you sharing, liking, and subscribing. We'll talk about that curtain today. Actually, we talk about the curtain every day. Come to think of it, every day. I think we do curtain. Every day is curtain day. Every day. My crazy friends and I. We're crazy. Gotta embrace the crazy, y'all. We sit here and we point it. Look, there's a curtain, and there is something behind that curtain. Yeah, people could disagree on what's behind the curtain, but there's something behind that curtain. Personally, I think it's the bank. I think it's central bank. I think it's a Federal Reserve behind that curtain. That's what I think. I think there's always big money behind the problems. I think the world is chess. It's not checkers. People keep playing checkers and end up well. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Who got this one? Good morning, Rebecca and Lori and Karen and John in heaven. All right, let me get spun out here. It was a good weekend. Good weekend. I was actually having some thoughts this weekend. I'm sure with you. Always trying to get to the root of what the heck is wrong with this planet. Like the curtain color? I do do that, John. I like the curtain color. I just don't like what's behind the curtain. Good morning, Crystal. I like the curtain color. I love green. And again, that's why they got the curtain, because they're hiding the green. And they're printing the green. And the green makes the earth go round. That's why I laugh about this. Money makes the world go round. But we actually control the people who are controlled by the money. We can vote them out of office. We can vote. I'm not anti-vote. I'm not pro-vote either. I'm still on the fence. Hey, Donna, good morning. But who's behind the money? Yes, girl. Who's behind the money? Follow the money, follow the money, follow the money. Good morning, Sandra. Sandra, oh, you sent me down a trip this weekend. Sandra had me tripping this weekend. She's reading a new book. She sent me an interview. I think I posted it out on the page. Good morning. Let me see. You voted green, John. Yeah, I did too. But I'm not a political party promoter. I'm not convinced any of the problems in our world are politics. All I see is human rights. All I see is colonizers want to murder people, steal their land, and then silly people on all the different sides get on side to vote for the colonizers. I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes no damn sense to me. I sit here all weekend long. I'm seeing all these ads. Sending me ads. Vote for me. Vote for me. We're going to take them back. We're going to wave blue. We're going to wave green. Are y'all waving green? We're going to wave red. I don't know. I'm not anti-green. You know what I like about green? Same thing I like about purple. Same thing I like about yellow. They don't kill anybody. Not yet anyway. But I think they would. I think they would. I don't believe that the world works the way we think it does. I think we understand that money makes the world go round, but we keep getting lost and discombobulated thinking we can control the people who are controlled by the money, and they're printing all the money. And so I think that's where we get lost, because they make everything emotional. Like I said, they make everybody emotional. They send out the flying monkeys. Like, monkeys! Right? What's the monkeys? We gotta run. We gotta wave red. We gotta wave blue. I was so upset at y'all this weekend. Man, I didn't know what to do. I was upset. The sisters went out and had the march on the Pentagon, said, stop killing people. That's the whole purpose of the march. Stop killing people. Stop sending kids to go kill other people. That's what the whole purpose of the march was. These were our boys. These are our husbands. These are us. Stop. I went out on the thread. I'm just looking at all these trolls. People just trolling, acting a damn fool because they don't like who was talking. Don't be so stupid that you believe that you're not a piece on a chessboard. Don't be that stupid. You're just a piece. There is a man behind that curtain, and they always get you running from the flying monkeys. Focus on the poppies. Damn poppies underneath you. Stop it. Stop and smoke the poppy. Do you smoke poppies? What y'all do? Y'all eat them? I don't know what y'all do. Focus on the man behind the curtain. Because everything you go into, every trifle, every struggle will be designed by the people behind that curtain. Sister Sandra sent me way down into the Fed this week, and I was looking into the Fed. Who was the brother? I posted his, he wrote a book, and he kind of explained it. I watched two or three of his interviews. I love how he kind of explained it. A lot of it started in the UK, but it's money. And he said very clearly that war is extremely expensive. War is just, it is beyond fathomable what it takes just to fund one war, let alone 6. How many are we in right now? 6, admittedly, but around the world, over a dozen, quietly, on war, killing people on every continent. Every single continent, women, children. That's why I don't really have any interest in the vote for me and I'll give you health care. I tell you where you can put your health care. First of all, it's not health care, it's disease care. Number 2, I'm not that focused on me. Don't get me wrong. I love me, but I don't love me so much that I hate other people. And this is what they do, is they get people so angry and fighting about some monkeys, flying monkeys. And they release the flying monkeys. The left release flying monkeys. The right releases flying monkeys. Everybody's running from monkeys and nobody can't see. Colonizers don't give a damn about your health. They don't give a damn about your health care. They don't give a damn about, they don't care about human life. Why in the world would they want to give you health care? Do you, let's process this for a minute. I get so sick of this. They said, oh, vote for us, we're going to give you health care. You print money out of the Fed every damn day for tanks, guns, bombs, killing and murdering people. And you mean to tell me you care about my life, let alone my sneeze or cough or itchy leg? Come on. But people believe it. But I was watching something. Oh, but look, I gotta show y'all something. Oh, hold on, let me bring YouTube up. I'm sorry, YouTube. I was being YouTube racist. I'm a YouTube bigot. I'm sorry. I know. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I got you, but YouTube, I'm working on it. I got y'all on the top of the screen right there. So your comments now appear way up there. I'm working on my bigotry because we all got bigotry. We're all born bigots. We're all born on a chessboard. They tell you that you're this, you're that. You believe this, what religion to be, who to fight. They give you a construct. And once they give you that construct, you go off and fight. Fight people that you don't know. So no, I really don't care about your healthcare. You can call me all day. They don't like to call me. I like to tell them certain things on the phone. I don't play games with people. Did y'all stop colonizing yet? If y'all stop colonizing and murdering people, you might actually be able to have a conversation, but if you're still colonizing and murdering people, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I guess I have to show you something. I was laughing my butt off. I said, oh, we are insane land. We just left, what was it? ODS? Was that Obama derangement syndrome? And now we're in TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. All the pawns on the board, running and fighting each other. Okay, murdering all over the world. If you give them something shiny, give them something shiny. My brother had a lot of deep things to say. I want y'all to watch the interview if you get a chance. What was the brother's name? Sandra, you're gonna have to post that link. I think you sent it to me. I posted it. But he kind of explained how it all started with propaganda. It all started in the UK and it spread around the world. What was it called? Tavistock? Stock bastards behind the curtain with the Fed, that they created the Fed to print all the money. This is how I know if you actually have a government that believes in you, a government that believes in what they say, they'll print some of that money for you. Now they can feed every kid right now all over the world. They could end war all over the world right now. They could print they could print money to do anything they want to do, but they don't. Why don't they? Because they just give you things you care about. Like climate change as a good example. You ever notice that everybody who's like, we gotta stop climate change, all their politicians like, yeah, we gotta stop it, and they're fracking. They're fracking the hell out of the planet, which, by the way, they released the fracking 3 out of the UK. Good job, brothers. Climbed up on top of the machines. We used to do crazy stuff like that. We had a brother that climbed up on top of the Lincoln Memorial. Effective protest, getting the word out. People still in the UK, still coming out. If the leaders that you vote for or you cheer for actually don't do what they say is important, they don't give a damn. They just know you do. All right, I'm gonna show you. I gotta move a little. Let me move my big head out the way. I saw this. I said, "Oh Lord, we done moved to new levels with TDS, Trump derangement syndrome." If you got Trump derangement syndrome, we love you. But the side effects of Trump derangement syndrome, they gotta go, because the side effects of Obama derangement syndrome got us Trump, and this is not a good direction, because you know TDS is gonna bring us something a hell of a lot worse. And whatever that is, PBS, is that PBS is gonna bring us the next one. And it's gonna bring us the next one. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse because you won't focus on the man behind the curtain. Let me show you something. I was laughing my butt off when I saw this. I said, you guys gotta be kidding me. This TDS has just gone too far. This is where we're at.
That's what a coven of witches in New York used to place a hex on U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh this past weekend. He was recently appointed to the lifetime position after facing sexual misconduct allegations. Well, the event was met with protesters condemning the sorcery, while a Catholic priest and exorcist attempted to counter the dark magic by saying a mass. Caleb Maupin, for one, was spellbound.
They're doing a mass hex on Kavanaugh.
So we're here in Brooklyn, where a group of pagan witches have gathered to place a hex on the newly confirmed Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Now, in the statements for the event, essentially they said that black magic is a mechanism for exacting justice by women who have been wronged by men just like him. Now, the ceremony is taking place at this occult bookstore behind me.
All right, so let me stop. Let me be clear. I gotta be clear on something. I don't get in trouble. Let me say, I believe in black magic. I do. Let me stop. Let me say this, because I don't get in trouble. Nobody put no damn hex on me. Had no daggone penis growing out my ear. No, let's not do that. I believe in y'all. I think y'all are real. What I don't believe is that you own a store in Manhattan. That's what I don't believe. I don't think witches are political. I don't think witches get in politics. The other thing I know is the Supreme Court doesn't give a damn about women. They could care less. So adding one more bastard in Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court ain't gonna mount to a hill of beans. It's not gonna change anything. They don't give a damn about women. What's the evidence? For the last 70 years, they've been doing, what is this, the reformers in Saudi. They've been convincing everybody, oh, we got some reformers, and women still can't even drive a damn car. Women are still cattle in Saudi Arabia, and they're still funding them weapons. They don't give two shakes of a willy. They don't care. They don't care, and they put it in front of you because you believe ain't nothing behind that curtain. The people you see, your leaders actually run this world. That voting, oh, it matters. They really care. The Federal Reserve, as Ty said, does not give a damn who you vote for. They could care less. They own the Federal Reserve. They own the people who the Federal Reserve owns. They own the owners of they own all the owners. They could care less. So I don't get in trouble with the witch people. Listen, I believe it. I believe it. I believe in sorcery. But it's kind of interesting to me. I'll show you the rest of you want to see it. The conservatives came out and said, stop it. It's like the, what was that, Harry Potter? They banned the Harry Potter books from the stores because they said, oh, this is sorcery and witchcraft. We can't have this around our good Christian children. I said, wait a minute. Hey, hang on, hold on. You know how they made black powder? You know what gunpowder is? You know where it came from? It came from some witches and herbalists in Asia. Witchcraft. You know, you got witchcraft in every tank, bomb, gun, drone, nuclear. You got witchcraft everywhere that you use every damn day. So you're okay using witchcraft to go murder people because that's Jesus, Republican Jesus witchcraft. That's okay. It's not okay. All right. So it's not okay when Harry Potter does it. I will let y'all finish. I guess you gotta see this ridiculousness. This is
here in liberal
hilarious.
Brooklyn, witchcraft, Wicca might just be considered to be another hobby or fascination. But in some parts of the country, it's no laughing matter. There are schools around the country where the Harry Potter books are forbidden from the school library because Christian parents are offended by the witchcraft content. And there have been cases where Satanists and Wiccan practitioners have gone to court demanding their religious freedom. Needless to say, tonight's ceremony did not sit well with a number of Trump supporters.
It is a scary time right now. I mean, there's a list of things going on. Now you've got witches that are placing a hex on Brett Kavanaugh.
Now, a Catholic priest who's been trained in Rome as a bona fide exorcist says he will be conducting a mass to protect Brett Kavanaugh from the witches. He says that witchcraft is not a matter of free speech.
Conjuring up personified evil.
Hang on, wait, stop it. Witchcraft is free speech. Don't be lying, because I see them all the time. They just got a little potion, got some monkey juice and some chicken feathers or something, but all they do is they speak and they go like this. But I believe it though, y'all. That's why I said don't mess with me, y'all witches. Y'all stop it. I believe in y'all. I'm scared the hell out of y'all. Why? Because all the ancient texts say that y'all are real, and I don't think it's because of the monkey juice, and I don't think it's all that. I believe in quantum physics, and I know that we affect the atoms with thought and energy. So I believe that. Now, do I believe the Catholic Church exorcists work against the people with the monkey juice? No, I don't believe that. They've been killing belief systems in the church for a long time. The man behind the curtain done killed all the belief. People in church don't believe nothing. I love y'all too. I let y'all still go to church. I do. Don't put nothing on me neither. Don't be praying to Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I just don't think Jesus is what you think he is. That's all I'm saying. Don't nobody put nothing on me. I'm just sitting here. I'm focusing. And I'm just telling, even our witches on both sides, our sorcerers, believe the show. Y'all supposed to be the ones that don't believe. Even they falling for the show. I'm sorry. Let me finish it. Because they got good reasons. But I believe all perspectives matter. That's what I say. That's on my thread all the time. I want to hear from everybody. No matter how blind, crippled, crazy, stupid, ignorant, whatever, gaslit, brainwashed, I believe that your experiences on this planet are real. I believe your poverty is real. I believe the struggles you go through are real. People in Honduras, look at them in a little bit, marching towards the border. I believe they're supposed to march towards the colonizers' border. Why? Because they do in Europe. And I love it in Europe, and it's going to be delicious and nutritious for the United States too. Not that thousands of people march to the border is a good thing in terms of the people going to get hurt. It'll be a good thing because it means we can start a real conversation on something real. That's why I love the immigration problem, because it's not a problem. It's a project. Both sides, both parties, all nations. It's the result of colonization. If people can't stay at home, they come to your house. So stop pooping on their lawn. So I think it's going to be a good thing. All right, let's finish it. I got stuck on this one. All right, we're going to finish.
Does not fall under free speech. Satanic cults often commit crimes. They murder and sexually abuse everyone in their cult.
I had another contradiction question. So, wait a minute. If the witches don't fall under free speech when they do their potions, doesn't the Catholic Church, don't y'all like light the ashes and then you say prayer? Is that free speech or is that a contradiction? That's some more hypocrisy. There's just the witches, they ain't got no little boys behind that curtain with your little nasty behinds. That's why I say, don't call me. That's another contradiction. Don't call me and say, come vote for me because you're going to give me health care and you haven't prosecuted all the priests that got kids behind the curtains every damn where all over this planet. There should be an apocalypse right now for, what do they call special investigators? They're going to send them after Trump. They don't give a damn about the Catholic priest. They don't give a damn about the Pope. Where is a special investigator on the Vatican? Where are they? They don't do it because they don't care. They don't give a damn. They know you do. It's emotional for you, and you'll go off and you'll vote like there's no curtain and nobody behind it. Same thing with Coachella. Why don't I talk about Jamal Khashoggi anymore? Why? Because you do. It's stupid. They murdered the man. We knew that a long time ago. But all of a sudden, they're worried about Jamal Khashoggi and not Yemen. All the people that are murdering, dismembering in Yemen. Freaking Saudi Arabia, and what the president say. And I don't talk about the president either, because the president doesn't matter. None of these people matter. The only thing that matters is you not paying attention. It's a damn curtain and people banks behind it. That's the only problem. They ain't the problem. The flying monkeys, they're supposed to fly. That's their job. They were made to fly. All the politicians, they gotta give them wings, they give them fur, and they fly around with the orangutan with the blue nuts. And they fly around, and they get you scared. That's their job. They're doing it. They're playing on the board they're supposed to. You are the peon who's supposed to be saying, this don't look right. Why are they focused on Jamal and not Yemen? Why are they focused on Trump and not the Fed in the Federal Reserve? Hashtag. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't flip that. I saw a contradiction. It happens. I know. Oh, shoot. Brother Gillen, he gonna say I drank too much coffee.
Decided to talk to some of the people attending the ceremony or gathered outside the bookstore and see how they feel about cursing Kavanaugh. Do you think the ceremony tonight will actually impact Brett Kavanaugh?
No, it will not, but it will make everybody feel like they've accomplished something, and, you know, people need to feel like they've accomplished something.
Boom! Somebody said it! Somebody said the truth! I don't know who it is. She kind of fine, too. What's your name? They don't put nobody's name on it. Uh-oh. Yeah, you got to brush your teeth a little bit. They're a little yellow. All right. But listen. So she said it. People like to feel like they're doing something. That's it. Feel like they're doing something. Feel like they're taking on the deep state, fighting Trump, loving Obama. Feel like they're gonna change something, putting Trump in, take Obama out. Feel like they're on the side of good. Feel like human rights are actually political and they're not, they're just human rights. Feel like, because it feels good. Another thing I was thinking about this weekend, it's taking me a couple different places. I was thinking about law this weekend. Law. Let me ask you a question. I know it's going a couple places, but I was going to do a video on this one this weekend. What is law? To me, I think law is violence. I think law is violence. Why do I think law is violence? Because if we as a society come to some form of agreement that this is a good thing to do, all we really need is a politician to say, this is a good thing to do. And if it's a good thing to do, people will do it. As a society, if you got to write a law and you put consequences behind that law, that's violence. If you send people, men with guns, with witchcraft bullets, which are the Christians here? Y'all hear the witchcraft bullet? If they send men doing witches, that's right there, they're witches. If they, oh wait a minute, is gas? Gas is witchcraft too. Hold on, wait, hold on, we got something here. So if they send men on their brooms, flying monkeys, with witchcraft in the guns and witchcraft in the gas tank and all kind of witchcraft under the hood, radiator fluid, all that witchcraft, they send witches to force you to do something. That's violence. That's violence. If you're a free society and we agree that these are good things to do, if it's a good thing to do, all you got to say is do it and people will do it. If it's a bad thing to do, they won't do it. If the people actually run their government. So law is violence. Law, because people ask me every now and then, say, well, why don't you go in the government? You always got something to say. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in telling you what to do. I don't believe that I have any rights over you. If you want to shake some monkey nut juice into a cauldron and dance around it, or if you want to burn ashes while you freaking little kids in the church, well, hang on. No, that's stop. They got to stop. They got to take the little kid part out. If you want to burn ashes and pray and fast to King James, then that's what you need to do. You want to worship your book, your holy Bible, that's what you do. You want to worship a Quran, that's what you want to do. Me personally, I like to look back before that. I want to know the truth. But if you want to do it, it's not my place to go get people to bring witchcraft to your house and force you to do it. That's why law shouldn't exist. That's what I was thinking about. Let me go keep on going. But it feels good. That's where I was going with that. It feels good. That's why we got all these laws. We got millions of laws on the books. Because it feels good. It makes you feel like you're doing something. Feels good. Don't focus on the feeling. So she said something I like. I like her. I like her. She just need to brush her teeth. That's all. I like
Possible it could backfire and help Brett Kavanaugh.
Easily, yes. I mean, they've hexed Trump 3 times right now, right? And so Trump seems to be doing pretty well for a guy who's been hexed 3 times.
Hopefully die, but I don't.
He is doing well for a guy who's been hexed 3 times.
I don't want him to die. I just want him to, like, be paralyzed for the rest of his life so he can't.
Oh, come on. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. Violence. These are violent people. Sounds good. Women, I know he's bald-headed dude with the, I know y'all probably think he hot and all that stuff. That's not the point. Focus on the fact that this is violence. Violence is always wrong. Telling other people how to live is always violence. But they convince good people to embrace bad things.
Talk or something?
So you're coming out to counter the witch ceremony?
It's not about countering, it's just serving the love of God. So we just want to say, instead of like curses, we want to actually release blessings, and we want to show the love of God, because we're not about hate, because that's what that's about. We're showing that we're actually about love.
I encourage.
Ooh, we got a sister who read her Bible. Y'all see that? The sister, she read the book. She read the book. She read the book. That's why I believe it. That's why I have hope. Because some people actually read the book instead of just going. That's why, how do you conquer hate with love? So she showed up to show some love, which is the right thing to do. You're supposed to bless your enemies. Y'all read the book, it'll bless you. I read all the books. I think all the books are interesting. But you're supposed to bless your enemies. Bless them. And maybe that blessing will bounce back, hit you in the head. You'll realize Kavanaugh doesn't matter. They don't care. It's the man behind the curtain.
Urge everyone to also go out and register to vote. Magic is one thing, but you know, the polls are another.
So, will Brett Kavanaugh's tenure on the U.S. Supreme Court be impacted by tonight's ceremony? Or is he going to be protected by that Catholic Mass conducted by an exorcist? Or is this all just a bunch of silly superstition that means absolutely nothing? Well, like with most spiritual matters, there's no way to be absolutely sure. But what we can be sure of is that Americans are increasingly becoming divided. Caleb Maupin.
They are becoming divided. And it is superstition. But it's not silly. None of that is silly. None of it is silly. Because people are dying. It's not silly. It's really sad, actually, if you think about it. It's horribly, horribly, miserably sad. But that's, you know, it's like, I'm okay with however y'all want to go with this. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Like I said, if most people want to continue to go this direction and bring about an end on this planet to the human life, then that's what we do. I spent the weekend, you know, I spent the weekend doing honing my survival skills. That's why I didn't post that much. I didn't post too much this weekend. I was learning different ways to build cabins and all the tools that I need. Make sure I had all the right tools to get out there. Just in case. I watch where y'all are going. And I like, you know what? When all that bad falls over here, I don't want to be where the bad is falling. I'm going to go walk away. Just in case. But I sit here now, there's a lot of hope. A lot of people are waking up. Too many people are still watching these flying monkeys. Worship nature or go extinct. Yes, Brother Brian, and respect it, or we will go extinct. And I'm okay with however everybody wants to go. That's why I laugh all the time. I don't believe I'm here, y'all. I think I'm energy, so I really don't care. I mean, I care. But spiritual warfare, crystal. Everything is spiritual warfare. You must have read the book too. See, I don't even think, are you Christian? She read the book. This is a damn shame. Well, how come all the people that's not Christian actually read the book? The people that Christian don't ever read the book. They just go to church and they just dance with the ashes and the snakes. I don't understand that. I completely. Ellen, you love that witch, Ellen Crockett, Ellen Crockett, queen of the truth links or something like that. You like the witch? I like the witch too. I like witches. I'm a little scared of them. I like them. But she need to do something. She got that gingivitis, yuck monster. What is that? She need to take care. That's okay. Sometimes I don't brush my teeth. Everybody don't brush their teeth sometimes. Just when you don't brush your teeth, don't go in front of the camera. That's all I'm saying. Just, you know, because I talk like this. Brother Coral, hey, what's going on? Brother Bill is in the house and Karen. There's more earth than Father God. They work in sync. Yes, absolutely. And mother, whatever all of that is, Karen, I don't convince anybody I know anything about that. But I say we got to respect nature and respect all the processes that made all this and keep it up. It's all BS to make Catholics look good again. Brother Bill just dropping the truth. Let me see. Vote, because government is the religion you actually believe. All right, Cora, I had to read that because at first I saw a vote exclamation mark. I was like, I know a lot of people on the fence, and I know a lot of people anti, and I know a lot of people for, but I saw that, I was like, I don't know too many people who are like really, well, not on this thread that are like super hardcore do or don't. I think most people, Ty in the house now getting in trouble. I think most people are just like, you know what? It just doesn't really matter. It does. That's what Ty was saying the other day. If y'all didn't watch Ty's last video, I think it was the last one you did, Ty. Y'all got to watch that. Just the Federal Reserve does not care. They don't care if you vote. Your vote does not affect them. Your vote does not affect any of their projects. Your socialism, your capitalism, your communism, your universal health care, nothing you do, no politician you put in office will affect their thing. Because this is what I was thinking about. Like, well, what do? We know the Federal Reserve runs the entire everything. And who runs them is anybody's guess. I don't know. Maybe y'all know. I got a lot of friends who know. I had a friend this week, he knew about 9/11. I don't know anything. But what I do know there is we got to bring it to an end, right? Because if you have endless resources, endless ability to make sorcery and put them in guns and get Christians to believe it's not sorcery and put them in tanks and shells and sorcery drones and send them to go do your sorcery wars, you can't ever be stopped. You can vote in any party you want. You can vote in any politician you want. And what is that money going to do? You got like the Federal Reserve right now. The fact that they can print money, you know what they can actually do? They can print a military. They can print an entire political party. Like, how much money does it take to buy off your politician? They say everybody's got a price. Now we like to say that, but we don't like to believe it. If everybody has a price, you can put green party, yellow party, blue party, red party. You can blue wave till you're blue in the face, and it's not going to give you nothing but blue balls. That's it. That's it. That's all you're going to get. Because they can buy anybody they want. They can make 2 new parties and throw yours away. They run everything. So how do we bring it into them? I was listening to Brother Paul, because the first time I heard about this was probably a decade ago. Brother Ron Paul, he looked into it. So the only ways to get rid of endless war is to get rid of the Fed. And the only way to get rid of the Fed is for the currency to collapse, which actually looks like it's happening. Everybody's flocking away from the dollar. It seems like the other governments seem to understand how to bring the American wars to an end. The only problem is that's going to hurt. Price of bread's going to go to $10 a loaf. Price of tomatoes, Americans can't even grow grass. They can't grow damn tomatoes. Price of tomatoes is going to go to $50 a tomato. That's going to hurt. That's going to be a wild time in America. That's why I'm learning how to build cabins in the woods. That's why I got friends in places I can go get the hell out when y'all go crazy and the Catholics attack the sorcerers, and the sorcerers going after the Catholics, and the left fighting the right, and the right fighting the left, the conservatives fighting who the conservatives fight? I guess y'all fight the liberals, right? The liberals, right? And meanwhile, they all back the same billionaires that are behind the Fed and all of the corporations that are a part of all of this. So the other way, it's not just the collapse of the currency, but also it's the competitive currencies. This was a Ron Paul idea. Competitive currencies, right? So I think Massachusetts did it. They had other currencies. There are places in Europe where you have multiple currencies. There's, I want to say it's Arizona that actually they switched over to using gold. The bottom line is the dollar has to go. They own the dollar, right? The dollar, it's not money. It's currency, right? It's not even, it's fantasy. But if we keep using it, we keep emboldening it. We keep believing it. Like, that's a vote, right? Now we say you vote every day. That's why I don't talk about voting. You vote every day. And if we're still working to earn dollars and we're still spending dollars, we're not bartering, we're not trading, they still control the narrative. They control all the funds and they control what we believe. They control the nation and they will have their wars. Doesn't matter who you put in office. That's why I don't care about your politicians. Because you know what? I say they don't care. I'll step back a little. I say, you know what? The politicians care. They do care. Can't do nothing about it. So what's the point? What's the point? Money determines the elections. So why are you waving anything? The reality is there's a man behind that curtain. Your blue wave is a wave for the Federal Reserve. It's a wave against women's rights. It's a wave for colonization. Your red wave is a wave for colonization. It's a wave for sorcery. It's a wave against women. All right, I'll show you something else. I think this is the other thing that's important. Immigration, let me see. Oh, no, I had something. I do want to touch on the Honduras immigration because they're coming. It's a whole horde of them coming up because we destroyed their country because we got a Federal Reserve. Check this out.
Man versus machine.
Meanwhile, we're not focused on the robots still.
He is
taking dog jobs.
Get
the jobs! We gonna get the jobs! See the robot dancing?
How about the crouch stance? Oh.
Just playing. They post this stuff. Robots stacking shelves, replacing dogs, replace your cat. Don't even gotta feed it.
I'll give it to you for sure.
Won't poop in the house. Won't chew up the banister. Just having fun. And people gonna go for this. You know this, right? People gonna go for this tech. Walk backwards, go up on the curb, dance, turn around. And you think you're gonna have a job. Not even dogs gonna have jobs in the new world. Why? Because you're busy doing hexes. You're busy fighting all of the nonsense that does not matter. You're busy not focusing on the fact that there are people behind that curtain that run every damn thing. Hold on, I'm gonna change my background. You keep focusing on, where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? That's not what I want to see. Here we go. This is what you need to focus on. Life is a game. They tell you who you are. You pick up your piece, and then you say, I don't want to play anymore. That's why I say off-grid everything. Walk away. Not hashtag walk away Democrat Party. Hashtag walk away from the entire damn system. The whole thing is evil from top to bottom. They make everybody look stupid. They're all hypocrites. None of them actually believe anything they say they believe, that I can tell. Not in action. They just say it because they know it gets you emotional. They know it makes you get out to the polls and vote. No, I'm not touching the vote topic. Y'all can run with that if you want. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm fearful at this point that, you know, I see the starving people in Yemen and I want to help them. But I am leaning towards me voting is just, it's helping to hold up the whole system. It convinces them that I believe there's not a man behind the curtain. I like the Green Party. It's a conflict in me, man. It's a conflict. I'm still working with it. I still got to figure out. Me voting funnels weapons around the world. Doesn't matter who I vote for. Me voting ensures women still get treated like cattle in Saudi Arabia. Me voting holds up the mainstream media and them lying to everybody and keeping everything this way. So I don't know. Do I want to be scared of the new show? What's the new show? The new show's coming out. What is it called? Trump backs away from the nuclear Russia deal. That's the new show. Did y'all see that? That's the new show. That, hold on, let me see. I know I got it over here. So we're backing away from a deal with Russia. Why? Flying monkeys. Because it's supposed to get you upset. You're supposed to be worried about it. Oh my gosh, he's a monster. He's backing away from a nuclear deal with Russia. Nuclear proliferation, stop the nukes. Meanwhile, we're making massive weapons of war. We make nukes. We have technology so far beyond nukes, it makes no sense. They do it because they know you care. They do it because they know you think it's important. Meanwhile, they don't give a damn. Do you think the Federal Reserve cares about some nukes if they control the people who launch the nukes? Do you think the Federal Reserve, do you think the central bankers around the world give two damns about a war? And they determine when, how long, and who pushes that button? They don't care. They just know you care. I don't think any deals have anything to do with the people who run all of this. I don't think they care. They just keep dropping these new episodes out to get you excited, to tap into your TDS, your OBS, your blue wave syndrome S, whatever it is. I was looking at Brexit. Good idea. Good idea. Totally get away. But another thing, Sandra, I think Sandra's still in the house. Another thing that the brother said who wrote that book, I forgot the name of the book. He said there was a case that showed, what was it? It was a case involving the state of Virginia that America actually still is a republic and America is 50 nations. That might be another way out of the Fed. Mass exit, Texas exit, Pennsylvania exit. Maybe we take that same strategy that Britain took, because we're not a part of all of this. We're 50 sovereign nations. Maybe that's another way to get away from the Fed, to break the Fed down, to end the wars. Distractions. Yes, sister, they're all distractions. All distractions, Sister Donna. All of them. It's just the next episode. But you know what? Good things always happen. So yeah, so let's look at the people coming up from Honduras. Droves of people, thousands of them. And I don't watch American news, so a lot of this stuff escapes me. So good thing it hit Al Jazeera. But apparently somebody posted that on the thread this weekend on the anti-war march. And I didn't know all the details, but it's a lot of people. Check this out.
They fought centuries of colonialism and decades of dictatorship to become a fully fledged democracy. And it's a right they say they will not give up.
China's aggression can only push us to defend ourselves.
Okay, but that's same thing. This is Taiwan, actually. I'm sorry.
We will safeguard our right to self-determination.
This is a good point. I look at a lot of these things anymore. It's the same thing. Taiwan is not a part of China, but they want to pull them in. Brexit, Britain's not a part of the European Union, so they want to pull them in. The 50 nations were not a part of the United States. They want to pull them in. This is why I say when people get upset, I say nations shouldn't exist. But this is the same thing. This is not the one I wanted to show you, but it's the same exact thing. When you have big government, you have big fails. You have big murder when you have big government. When you have big government, you have big violence because you have big laws and all laws are violent. What's so wrong with not telling people what to do? I was looking at the Congo this morning. Craziness happening down there. Some gangs grabbed up a whole bunch more kids, 12 kids. Well, save the kids. They're raping them and taking them into sex slavery. Save the kids. How about we actually fix the problem? You colonized and destroyed an entire continent full of people who were not the nations you want them to be. That's why I say nations shouldn't exist. I say it every daggone day. Nations don't exist. They're figments of your imagination. Quit with the borders. When people need help, help them. And then find out who hurt them. And then don't blue wave, because that's who did it. And don't red wave either. They're colonizers. They're destabilizing the entire damn earth. All right, let's focus on that. All right, I want to show you. There was a fracking ban. There was, but that's the funny thing is that I can press these links and it doesn't really matter. It actually ends up all being the same story. There's a man behind the curtain. They're playing chess with us. People believe it, and so the game continues. And we're sucking at the game. We're losing badly. All right, let me show you. Look at this. All right, somebody vote for it. Not vote. Sorry, I don't know you. Not voting for you.
Always a way through, migrants heading to the United States are fond of saying. And so it proved. This time round, by river. Thousands of people in a controversial caravan from Honduras made it into Mexico right under the gaze of police who'd blocked off the bridge with Guatemala. They
clarify it's not a controversial migration. It's not controversial. You destroyed their homes. You flipped their governments. You left them as a third world nation. You stole the resources. You killed a lot of people. And finally, it just doesn't work. And they're saying, damn it, we're done. And now they're marching north. That's not controversial. That's like saying when it gets cold, it's controversial that the birds fly south for the winter. It's controversial. No, it's cold. It's cold now. That's why I got this turtleneck on. It's cold. I'm not going to sit outside. Cold outside. Come inside. Cold up north. The birds migrate. You destroyed Honduras, and so the Hondurans are moving north. Why is that so hard to understand? Sometimes I wonder if there's some thickness between people and the neurons in the brain, the ears, and it locks and it gets locked up. Very simple. Nothing controversial about it. People go away from bad things. two good things. You stole everything they had. You believe that your nation exists and you believe your borders exist, and you're scared of the other side. So all I'm saying, I don't want to be harsh on you. I'm just saying, don't be scared of the other side. That's all I'm saying. They're poor people just like you. They just don't live in a trailer. They live in a ghetto or barrio. And the other way, don't be bigoted the other way too. You just live in a ghetto or a barrio and they live in a trailer park or a ranch or a poor farm. You all got the same problem. You believe that you're a pawn. You believe you have no power. Oh, there's something there. You believe you can only move one space at a time. You can't do what the rook can do. You can't do what a knight can do. So just move your one space and shut up. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think that you can move any spaces you want. I think you can step away from anything you want. I think you can fly like a queen. I believe you can fly. I think you can do any of that. But I think they've convinced you of that. So anyway, let's look at this. Is not controversial. This is what's supposed to happen.
They crowded onto small rafts which usually ferry locals and goods across the Suchiati River. Daisy, like many others, comes dreaming of a new start for herself and her 4-month-old daughter.
Come on, people. Come on, sister.
I hope to get to the US and that Trump's conscience is touched, not for us, but
that's
for
not gonna
the
happen, but come on.
Hungry.
You're not gonna touch his conscience, but come on. Right there, look at it, I'm gonna pause right there. Come on, North. Come on, people. Why? Because it allows us to actually have a real discussion. So this is why this is important. Because when bad things happen, you people who know how to do problem analysis, you people who know how to do critical thought, you people who know how to look at the root problem, now are having an ability to speak up. Because when all these people get to the border, which they're not gonna get to the border. I'm sorry, honestly, America gonna buy every criminal cartel they have in Mexico. They're all homie lover friends. The war on drugs is fake and fantasy. They're all buddies. Trust me. The CIA, we already proved that with Bill Clinton and Arkansas and all that nonsense. So they're all friends. They're gonna murder and kill everybody they can in that crowd. But some of them will make it. And when they get to the border, that's when you get to explain their plight, because they all gonna die. I'm sorry, y'all gonna die, because if you know the IDF actually trains police and they train forces in America, they're gonna use the same strategy. So you're gonna see crazy things happening. And we can either sit back and fall on the side of the crazy, stupid discussion, talking about some flying monkeys and not the man behind the curtain. The man behind the curtain flipped regimes, bought a military and a government, and colonized around the entire damn world. War is always a racket. Colonization never stopped. We bring in debt colonies and those nations collapse. And when those nations finally collapse, the people walk north because they're supposed to. So it is going to look like Gaza, but I think they knew a long time ago. I think the colonizers knew they were coming. I think they did. This is why I think Hillary Clinton and Trump both had the wall plan, because they saw Europe. Because I think our elites, the people behind the curtains, they know this stuff and they see it coming way ahead of time. And they get in those meetings, the meetings that we're not invited to. We go back to Oz, the people behind the curtains. They get in those meetings and they talk about it. What we gonna do? What's happening next?
President
Honduras
Trump
is collapsing.
instead demanding that the caravan be stopped before it gets to the US.
Hondurans are coming. The Venezuelans are coming. How do we know? Because the Libyans are going into Europe. They're all migrating north. Our plans have failed. We've destroyed everything, and those people are trying to get away from bad places. So what are we gonna do? We gotta put up some fences. We gotta put up a wall. This is why I'm saying it doesn't matter if you got Democrats or Republicans in office. Not in my country. They work for the same damn people. The same people. You have to not be a pawn. And as they get to the border, how are you gonna speak? Are you gonna speak up for people? Are you gonna speak up for the human race? Are you gonna fall in line with the Tavistock control of the media around the world? Eddie Bernays propaganda. I mean, think about that for a minute. I did tell somebody that this weekend. Just think about this for a minute. When Obama left office, He legally made it legal through the Propaganda Act to lie to you. To lie to you. To lie. Like, it was not no secret organization like Tavistock. Nothing secret. Like no Eddie Bernays, and it was in your face. Said you were stupid and I have the right to lie to you. Not only that, but I'm gonna pass the lighter ride to my Republican buddies so they can lie to you too. On his way out. But I think that's how it works. They're all on the same team. They just, it's like handing a baton. They hand a baton, election to election to election. They just hand that baton. They give each other more and more power. That's why the Democrats vote behind everything Trump wants to do. Anytime he wants to go murder somebody, they all line up. We can't vote for Trump enough. They all line up right behind him. And Trump people like, yeah, Trump's taking them on. It's like, no, they're on the same team. Yeah, we got to stop them. No, the Democrats ain't trying to stop them. They all work for the same. They get money from the same corporations. They get their money from the Federal Reserve. You know? All right, I'm going to look at comments. There's a lot, but there's a lot of good stuff in it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we just have to calm things down. But you got to be willing to look. Let me move my head. Y'all see what Dorothy's pointing at? That's not Dorothy. Who's that? That's the Scarecrow. I know it's funny. Like, we're supposed to be talking politics. And I'm talking about the Wizard of Oz. It's not politics. It's not politics. That's a good thing about today, though. Is it's so obviously not politics. It's just about who's sentient and who's not. That it's just in your face. That they don't care. Look, Scarecrow, he's pointing at the man behind the curtain. Be the Scarecrow. Or be the Tin Man. You can be the Tin Man. Tin Man got his axe right there. He don't know what the hell is going on. Tin Man like, I'm a little gaslit. I don't know what's good. But you know what? I trust the Scarecrow. You don't have to know. You have to like Ron Paul. You don't have to like any of the people saying the truthful things. You don't have to like my friends. You don't have to like me. But be the Tin Man. Get our back. Stand there with an axe. Say, ain't come over here with that red, blue wave stuff. You're all the same people. 3 earthquakes in Vancouver this morning. Ellen, you know what? They got energy weapons. They're drilling all over the planet. They're fracking while they're trying to save the climate. So yeah, could all of that cause earthquakes? It's very possible. But just more good evidence. They don't care. They are destroying the entire earth and they can't stop themselves. That's why I don't blame politicians at all. It's just a show to me. I just sit back like, damn it, what's coming on the Wizard of Oz today? What are they up to today? And I guess they're worried about the nuclear deals that Trump is backing out of. I guess that's the new episode. And the Fed doesn't give a damn about your nuclear deals. The fractional reserve banking system that's enslaved all your future generations couldn't care less. They got all those witchcraft. They got all the brooms. They got all the drones. They got all the gunpowder. They don't care about those things. Banking the curtain. Well, you know what, Brian? I don't know if you're saying banking behind the curtain. It is banks. The central banks behind. It's always money. Money makes the world go round. We know that, but we don't act on that. So I don't know which banks. I wouldn't say it's just the Federal Reserve. There are always multiple layers to this. Like I was talking to Sandra this weekend. Like, I don't really care about the details. I don't need to see the details. Here's a good example. Y'all, if we all hanging out, we all go camping. I don't know, where we camping at? Camping somewhere in Canada, somewhere they got the grizzly bears. And somebody started, I know there's bears around, we got some guns, and just in case the bears come out and want to chew on some people or something, and y'all start running, I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna look like, oh damn, that's all you gotta say is, oh damn, just start running. Who here? Shiva start running, Randy start running, Emma start running, Sharon start running. You think I'm gonna stand there and look, where the bear? Where the bear? I'm gonna get my camera, I'm gonna take a picture of the bear that's charging us. No. Now meanwhile, I don't think you're supposed to run when the bear comes. Maybe the bear's a couple thousand feet away. I don't know the details. I don't need to know the details about the bears. I don't need to know the details about the banks. I don't need to know the color of the man's hair behind the curtain. I don't care if he's orange, if he's black, if he's blue, what country he's from. All I need to know is a bank behind the curtain. There's a bear with some big teeth and claws that's murdering people all around this planet. I'ma run. That's it. You don't need to know. I don't need to know the details. What kind of bear is it? Nah, you know that. Let my nature is friends. Like Brother Gown and Glenn, some of y'all can sit there and try to figure out what color he is, what color his fur is, if he's really running this way. I see them running, I'ma run. If you see that you live in a world and it's not really controlled by what you are told it is, get your axe. Run. Dear refugees, the American dream is a slave ship and you are the newest addition to the pyramid scheme. Known as the grid. Absolutely, Shiva, but I don't think they know that. I think the world's unfolding how it's supposed to, right? Like they're marching this direction because there's nothing that direction, right? They saw a bear in their own country and they're coming this way, right? And so that's when it's our job to act like we're humans. Now, mind you, they get here, they'll shackle them like they shackle us. They just shackle and teach them to shackle their kids the way we shackle our kids to these banking cartels. You know, but they gotta move. They gotta get out of there. I mean, you know, it's just like the people who are against the migrations and stuff, like, yeah, guess what? If you were born in a town and you were raised in that town, a big, massive, wealthy, colonizing country or a couple of them destroyed your country, and you got a 5-year-old girl, a 9-year-old girl, and a 12-year-old little girl, and rape gangs hang around the school and their path to school, and you ain't gonna migrate? Hell yeah, you're gonna migrate. It's that simple. But people don't like to put themselves in other people's shoes. They like that privilege. That's why I don't listen to Americans when they start talking that nonsense about white privilege and black privilege and all these silly white supremacy and all this little silly, crazy, dumb stuff that they say. I love you if you say it, but it's stupid. And you're not stupid, it's stupid. Our supremacy is dominating the entire planet. And you're thinking about somebody who might be dominating your neighborhood. Don't think about yourself. The only way we get out of this is honesty. And just say it out, just be honest. Say, I don't give a damn about anybody else. I only give a damn about me. We can't really have discussions because the other side knows you're full of bull. The other side's full of bull too. But that's why you have a lot of people here who I think are trying to whittle our way through the bull. And that's what's important about the truth is. When everything is poisoned, then what? Exactly, Karen. And that's the crazy thing. They're poisoning everything. They're poisoning the entire planet. There is no, I don't think, Karen, I don't think there's any master plan behind any of this. I don't think there's like, I don't think the Federal Reserve, the bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, whoever's behind all the aliens, the Illuminati, whoever y'all think, again, the details I don't care about. I just know we need to be going that way as a species, as one human race. I don't think that they got a plan. I just think it's greed out of control. That's it. I just think that this greed engine is running and they just got so much money and power. They don't know what the hell to do. It just keeps going and we can't stop it because we're shaking monkey juice and potions on Kavanaugh. We just, and the other side. Oh Lord, the other side is praying about. All right. Let me look at the comments. All right, you got to go back to the beginning if you want to hear that. All right. But I don't think there's any master plan. I just think it's out of control, and I think it actually is a great though. I think the world is awesome. I think the world is awesome in that the way all of this is set up is if we can't learn to work together. If we can't learn to love our neighbors, if we can't learn to love our neighbor, that's somewhere in Yemen, I think, we don't get to exist. And I think that's good. If we don't actually figure out that putting a potion on Kavanaugh is not going to change a damn thing, and we want to keep fighting with the other poor people, we get wiped off the planet. And I think that's a great thing. I got more love for all the creatures on this planet than just the human race. And if the human race can't behave, then yeah, they should poison themselves to death. Everything should die and be restarted. And give something else a chance. If we're not that smart, if we can't really figure out that we're being played, if we're just not capable of critical thought at all, that we want a blue and red wave, when there's a death wave all over this planet that doesn't even respect and have any issue with hurting and killing kids and women, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here at all. Still bothers me when I think about that. We live in a world where little girls are born in the Philippines and they have to go into sex slavery to get food, and they end up with syndromes and conditions, trauma, but they can't even live the rest of their lives. That's not a planet that should exist, y'all. That's that. Whoever runs that planet, they need to go. That's why I'm okay with it. Like I said, y'all can keep voting and keep doing what you're doing. I welcome it. I welcome it. Just let me know. Who, Sharon, Randy, one of y'all, send me a message. Say, the nukes are coming. Just let me know. I'm gonna go up on top of my house, put my hands in the air, like I'm on a ride. Like I'm on a ride on a roller coaster. Thank you, Rebecca. Yes, PTSD. Like I'm on a ride on the. I put my hands up in the air and I'm wait for the mushroom cloud. Shoot, I might eat me a mushroom on the way up there. I ain't never ate no psychedelic mushroom. That might be the right time to do it. Eat a psychedelic mushroom, head up on my roof, put my hands in there, and just wait for the mushroom plume to grab me up. Because we're too stupid to realize we're being played against each other. I have that much love for the universe. I have that much love for life. I have that much love for people who never had a chance that we can completely give a chance to. So yeah, we got to end the Fed. We got to bring down central banking. Banks shouldn't exist. So yeah, a lot of solutions, Brother Brian. That's why, like I said, I listen to Ron Paul. I listen to people who think about these things. I listen to the Zeitgeist movement. I listen to you. I listen to a lot of people who saw this coming a lot before than I did. A lot, way ahead. Who realized that we were all being played against each other. Some of my solutions this weekend. I was refining my cob making skills. I was working on making cob ovens and how to build cabins in the woods and figuring out the minimum amount of things I need to bring with me if I need to go make a run for it. America is going to collapse, and around the world they think that, oh, that's a great thing. No, that's going to be the end. That's really going to be the end for everybody, because we have just ignorant technology we know nothing about. All right, I'm gonna go to comments. I'm gonna get out of here. A couple comments. Happy Monday morning, y'all. Happy. If it's a dismal message to you, then you haven't figured out what y'all. I want you to figure out what you are. I want you to think about what you are. I want you to ask yourself, are you this little human farm thing that they said you were at birth? If you're a race, if you're a religion, if you're a political party, yeah, this is a rough message. You should go cry. You should go. I'm not laughing at you, but you should go cry. I didn't got my tears out. I just don't think that that's what we are. And I don't think that's why we're here, to support those little silly, stupid groups. I think we're here to evolve and move forward. And if we don't evolve, we get wiped out. Hey, Cedar on YouTube and Age of Credilla. See through the parallelism and double standard. Yes, Cedar, that's why it's a good time, because we can see through it. If you want to see through it. Of course, not everybody wants to see through it. Some people want to continue to play the game. Some people want to keep lying and acting like they're not lying. People who want to see the truth, it's right there, it's right in front of their faces, but they don't want to. Your little brother is, wait a minute, your title brother. Is it baking or banking or backing respectfully? Oh, it's baking. It's baking. Who's that? Who's that? Brother Don, it's baking, man. It's baking. It's baking. Yeah, pay no attention to the baking behind the curtain, because they're baking it up. The banks are baking it up. There's supposed to be an internet. I'm okay with that. But the banks, they're baking it up. What are they baking up? They're baking the money. gonna try to turn to Brother Don. They don't say nothing. They're banking. They're baking up the money. They're baking the books. They're bankers. That's what they do. That's why Jesus hated them. Turned over all the tables and they're baking it up. Y'all believe that? Nah, I didn't believe that. I was typing too fast. I change it, but I'm gonna go with that. They're always baking something up, and we can't wait to eat it. Just gobble it down like it's delicious. We take their bull and we take their GMO and their pesticides. We don't know what they're putting in the bacon. That sounds like bacon. I didn't mean bacon. I mean baking. We don't know what they're putting in there. Razor blades, military industrial complexes, pharmaceutical industrial. They're putting everything in the bacon and everybody just eating it up. Coming from behind the curtain, Brother Don, know how it works? Coming from behind the curtain, we just eating it up like it's an apple pie given to you by your neighbors and your trust. You know, Grandmama always said, don't ever be, you got to be careful of whoever putting anything in your belly. Always be wary of them. I had to turn that around. Sometimes I get to go. I'm always rushing in the morning. I gotta rush in the morning. I always got a lot of stuff to do. I always want to come on here and talk about some truthful things. Kick off my day with a few of my friends. See where y'all can take my brain. But yeah, I believe law is violence. Legislation is violence. And I don't believe in jumping up and voting for violence against my neighbor. That's why I don't know anything about this voting thing. I don't. I have too much solidarity with every single person on this planet than to cheer violent people writing more laws that are violent, that hurt other people around this planet. I'll never stand behind anybody that wants to take anything from you, because we're human beings. Why would I do that? I lucked up and I was born in the right place. I don't give a damn about your waves. You're just colonizers. That's all you're doing. You're colonizing the planet and you're murdering people and you're giving me shiny things to try to make me okay with it. You're trying to bribe me the way that they bribe the politicians. And I'm not up for bribes. You can't buy me. You can't buy, okay, I'm lying, you can buy me. You can buy, y'all can buy me. You wanna buy me? Anybody wanna buy me? You can buy me. It's gonna take about, let me see, how much it's gonna take? It's gonna take about $1 billion. You can buy me. I shut up. I take all my friends, we're going to the woods. Until we all die. No, you can't. There are greater things. You don't have anything on this planet that would make me sell out. The only thing that you can make me sell out is you can lie to me and I believe it. Then I sell out. That's why I sold out my whole life. Because you control the media. You control Wikipedia. You control, what's that debunking site, that stupid one that people keep posting and they still believe it? Metabunk. You know, that's how you can get me to sell out. You can convince me to believe that. You know, you can put maybe a president in that's my skin color. And if I actually believe that that's actually what I am because Massa said I was black, then I believe it. You can put in a white man as a president. If I'm a white man, then I believe that's who I am. That's who I'm supposed to be with. I might actually believe it. You might get me to sell out. But by the time I wake up and I realize you're screwing everybody else the same way you're screwing me, you're going to screw their kids and screw mine too. Nope. That's why censorship. That's why they censor. So I was talking about this weekend. They don't censor love. Love is not the most powerful thing on this planet. Yes, I have changed my mind. I said love is the most powerful thing on this planet. I don't believe that to be true anymore. Thought is the most powerful thing on this planet. Because if you control people's thoughts, love doesn't matter. They'll take that love and they'll put it behind some crusaders and colonizers and they will go murder anybody on this planet. If you control their thought, they will take that love, stick it in their pocket, and be okay with starving millions of people, creating famines and creating rape gangs, funneling weapons to every continent. So love isn't the most powerful thing on this planet, it's thought. That's why they come after you. Look at your enemy and determine what scares them. What scares the man behind the curtain? Because he's censoring the hell out of everything, is your thoughts. Because that thought rolls on. Thoughts are viral. Appreciate anybody sharing, liking, and subscribing. This is where my friends and I, we walk through and we try to figure this mess out. Somebody starts a thought and it just rolls out of control. And then the love kicks in. And then we can stand up against your wave, your colonizer waves masked as something that's something decent. That's why I'm saying none of this is politics. I don't care nothing about your political parties. Do I believe in government? Not in its current form. I believe in facilitatement. I'm gonna make up a word. Sound like a mint, huh? Sound like something you put in your mouth. I'm sitting in church. My mom, I'm facilitatement. I believe in a facilitatement. It's not a plant. It's a belief that adults actually don't need governing. They don't need laws. They need somebody to facilitate their lives, the groups of their lives in the right directions. So I'm not a true anarchist. I just think we should constantly move forward, and creating more legislators and more laws is the wrong direction. If we're evolving, then we're creating less laws and less legislators, because all they got to do is come out and say, you know what, y'all, we're going to start doing this. And we listen, damn, that was a good idea. You know what that facilitator just said? That facilitator just said that we shouldn't be murdering each other. Let's do that. You know what that facilitator said? That facilitator said we shouldn't be backing Saudi Arabia because they behead people almost every damn day and they treat women like cattle. You know what? That's a good idea. We don't need to write a law. You don't need to go in Congress and Senate and prime ministers and presidents and decide that, oh, supporting Saudis is a bad idea. No, you don't. That's stupid. So I believe in facilitators. I think the human race might need some facilitating till we get to a place of anarchy. But in the meantime, adults don't need governing. And that's just crazy to me that anybody would vote to be governed. So I don't know anything about, necessarily what we do from there. But we got to take the next step. And the next step is stop telling other people what to do. Let people be who they are. Stop voting for anybody who's promising you another law to control your neighbors and make them be like you. They're not like you. They're completely different creatures. They have completely different fears and loves. I wish one of these legislators would call me. Hi, Mr. Voter. I see you vote in every election. What keeps you up at night? You murdering people keeps me up at night. But I've got some health care for you. I don't give a damn about your health care. But I'm gonna give you some gun rights. The gun rights are already mine. What else you want to offer me? I need some welfare. Welfare is a scam. People need chickens and seeds and land. They don't need your damn handout. What else they offer? They offer all kind of shiny things to get you to sell out and turn on poor kids and women and impoverish people all over this world and in your own country. You don't have nothing to offer me. Nothing. I don't want anything that you got than you to be out of power and let people live their lives. It's the only thing that I want. Don't sell out, people. Everybody here is your family. We're just a planet full of lost cousins, lost tribes. Lay down your chess pieces and always focus on what's behind the curtain. It's a grizzly damn baking bear. It is baking up human beings and it wants to eat your children. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm Gerard. Love y'all. I am out. Y'all have a fantastic week.